Hello everyone, welcome to today's Novedge webinar, ArredoCAD for interior design rendering in 1 minute. ArredoCAD Designer is one of the leading 3D software specific for interior design. With a vast library of more than 30,000 items, ArredoCAD allows you to create amazing designs and present your clients with complete architectural solutions and photorealistic previews. Now, thanks to the improved rendering engine, you can get visualization in very few minutes. Did we mention that ArredoCAD is very easy to use and can be mastered quickly? And you'll soon find out. But first meet our presenter. Marco Andreani is an expert in visual communication and photography, and after obtaining his PhD in contemporary art history, he joined the staff of Dinamica, becoming the expert sales manager. He's one of the co-founders of ArredoCAD Academy. And now let me tell you a little bit about where you can find ArredoCAD on our website. Go to novedge.com and then find the product page. Novedge is changing the way designers purchase 3D software. We offer more choices, more freedom, best advice, faster service, and most importantly, no headaches. And I want to remind everybody that you can download the trial, a free trial for ArredoCAD for 30 days. So you can, try firsthand how great this software tool is. And for more daily software news and limited promotions, you can always find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. Last but not least, just rest assured that I'm going to record today's webinar and you'll find it later today on Vimeo and YouTube. And now, without further ado, I'm going to let Marco do all the talking and the presenting. Take it away, Marco.
Okay. Thank you, Barbara, for your presentation. And so I'm Marco. We are going to spend about 40-45 minutes together. I'd like to show you the main features of ArredoCAD and in particular the new rendering engine and the speed, the incredible speed of the new rendering engine that we have just improved in the new release of ArredoCAD. So, first of all, what is ArredoCAD? ArredoCAD is a software dedicated to interior design. Here you find some sample of renderings that have been created from projects made with ArredoCAD. For example, here you can find a kitchen and other kind of decorated spaces, outdoor spaces. Also, among the users of ArredoCAD, you find interior designers, of course, but also architects, furnishing resellers or professionals that work in the field of real estate, home staging or renovations, because ArredoCAD allows you to create any kind of architectural solution or furnishing solution. And here you can see some example from the gallery of ArredoCAD. You can, inside ArredoCAD, you find more than 30,000 3D items of kitchens, living rooms, bathrooms, bedrooms, offices, and so on. In this way, you can recreate the model of any company you work with. And you can also import 3D files from 3D Studio Max or SketchUp. We will see how to do in the next minutes. With ArredoCAD, you can create any kind of project and customize on the needs of your clients. Let me show you an example of one room that has been decorated in 4 completely different styles. Okay, so you can have an idea of what you can do with ArredoCAD. So this is the same room, the same space that has been decorated in 3 different ways. Because inside your ArredoCAD you find a very wide library of 3D elements. You can also manage lighting, of course, and you can create any kind of lighting effects. For example, you can show the same scene by with the sunlight or by night, and find here another example. We will see how to do this. You have any kind of lighting inside the software, and you can create any kind of effect like this. So you have quad lights, spotlights, and so on. And here you can see other samples about this. With ArredoCAD, you can also create panoramic renderings. So I want to show you an example from here. Okay, this is an example of panoramic render. And you can also create one panoramic renderings for each room and link the rooms. In this way, you can create a virtual tour. You can share this with your clients, just sending them the link so they can navigate in this preview from their smartphone or tablets and so on. You can also insert some picture just to provide your clients with some detail of the elements that you have used inside the scene. Sorry, and in this way you can let's say create a virtual tour, so a photorealistic tour of the projects of the design that you have thought for your clients. Another important feature is the possibility to export the scene for Oculus Rift. So you can allow your clients to walk inside the project and almost touch the elements and then design solutions for him. Here now I show you just a video, of course. So here you can see the user with Oculus that is navigating inside the scene, and so you can have a great experience and of the spaces, of the decorated spaces. Okay, now let's give a look to the interface of ArredoCAD. So very quickly we will see how it works, and then we will see the rendering engine at work. So let's exit from here, and now I enter in the ArredoCAD interface. So you have a 2D view and a 3D view at the same time. You can also enter in the 3D mode, and here you can move in real time. Okay, this is just a preview, but that gives you the possibility to move in real time without waiting for the rendering. ArredoCAD becomes a sort, once you have created your spaces, a sort of interactive catalog, because you can show to your clients changes in real time. And this is one of the most important points of ArredoCAD, because first of all, it's a marketing and selling tool. Okay, this is the most important thing, of course. So, for example, now I've just designed this kitchen with a white color, but my client would like to see a different color, so I just have to enter open this window. I just have to choose a different color, for example, gray. The same for the drawers, and in a few seconds I can apply to all, press OK, and then I can show to my customer the same kitchen but with a different color. Or I don't know, my customer would like to see a different floor, so just a double click on the floor. I choose another one. I enter in the covering archive. Here you find more than 15,000 of coverings. So you can also import pictures in JPG or BMP format. I don't know, let's choose another one, for example, this one, press OK, OK again, and automatically ArredoCAD replace the floor with the new texture. So, or for example, I would like to show to my customer the same sofa, but I don't know, with the leather, for example. So I just have to click on modify color, and I can also do it from the 3D view. So from here I can choose the leathers, for example. I find leather colors. Let's take, I don't know, one of these. I don't know. Let's take this one, for example, and I can just drag and drop the color on the sofa. Or, for example, I would like to see the same table but with the wooden texture, so I open the wood colors. Here you have a very, very wide choice of colors available. I don't know, let's take, for example, I don't know, this one, just drag and drop on the table, and I can change the color. In this way, I can show to my customer a preview of the decorated spaces, and I can make changes in real time. In this sense, it becomes a sort of interactive catalog, customized on the needs of my customer, on the specific needs of my customer. Okay, so now let me open another project so we can I can show you, for example, very quickly how to create a kitchen or another room. So let's open, I don't save these changes. Let's open, for example, this one. And now I'm going to create very quickly a room just to show you how to create walls and how to insert floors and windows and how to design a kitchen, for example. So let's start from the wall management. I can also have, of course, a color view of my 2D view. So let's enter in the wall management. It's very, very easy to use. Also consider that here you have a manual, a video manual with tutorials for each. You have different chapters. For each chapter, you have different video tutorials about all the functions and the features of ArredoCAD. So it's very easy to use, but also easy to learn. For example, I don't know how to insert elements, and for each okay, let's insert argument the elements of our kitchen. Okay, so. Okay, so this is the video manual to learn how to use ArredoCAD. Now, let's create a second room here, for example, just to show you how you can do it. It's very, very easy. Here I can enter the length of my wall, for example, 4 meters. You can also work in inches, okay? And then I could have another wall that has to be long as this one, for example, and now I can close my space. Okay, I've created the second room, and now I can enter doors and windows very quickly. From here, I choose my working wall. For example, here I could have, I don't know, I enter in the archive of ArredoCAD. Here we have a very wide choices of doors, armored doors. Let's take, for example, this one. I can insert it on the elevation view. I can choose the handle. I can change the size, the dimensions of my door. I can choose the position on the wall and press OK. Now, let's also insert a window, for example. So I open the library of the windows. Here you have any kind of window available. For example, I can show you just, but you also have, I don't know, sliding windows, arched windows, and so on. Now let's take this one, for example, double click. I choose my working wall, insert the window here. I can choose the distance from the floor, the position on the wall. I can insert the threshold automatically and press OK. Now let's also insert a floor. So I enter in the covering archives, and from here I could choose, for example, a stone floor. Let's take, I don't know, this one. I can also change the size of my tile, for example, 900 and 900. I could apply a tile joint and so on. So I press OK. Now just one click inside the room, and automatically ArredoCAD covers all the room. I can also have, of course, a preview of what I'm doing. Here is it, my space with the window and the door. Okay, we can also insert the ceiling here automatically, of course. I just have to click here, and automatically ArredoCAD create the ceiling for all the rooms. Now I need a black and white preview, of course, because okay. So this is my room, and now this is the second one. Now here I want to design, for example, a kitchen. Okay, so I choose this working wall, and now I enter in the archive of ArredoCAD. I click on model selection, and here you can see that inside ArredoCAD you find modern and traditional kitchens, wardrobes, bedrooms, children bedrooms, cabins, living rooms, bathrooms, and also the products of very famous Italian brands that are our partners, like Catalan or Molteni, Floss, and so on. Okay, let's choose the kitchen. So I press OK. And now, if I need, I can set the dimensions of my cabinets, of the base units, the corner base units, of the wall units. So, and I can also save my dimensions. Okay. Otherwise, I press OK. In the second step, first of all, I choose the kind of door. This is one of the most important choices, because you know that the door is one of the elements that makes the difference between one model and another model of kitchens. Here you have a very, very wide choice. In this way, you can recreate any kind of kitchen. So let's take, I don't know, let's take this one, for example, with a double click. As regard the structure of the kitchen, for example, I could choose a wood colors, light, middle, or dark. Let's choose middle color. And here you have a very wide choice, but you can also import your own materials if you like, if you need. Okay, let's choose this one. And okay, you have any kind of glossy or lacquer or matte colors, for example, lacquer colors, glossy colors, let's choose white, and so on. Okay, you can choose the colors of all the components of your kitchen. Let's also make the drawers with a glossy white lacquer color. Okay, and then I press OK. I can go back to this window in any moment to choose my colors. Okay, now I start to design my kitchen. For example, I want to start from here. Here you have any kind of element for the kitchen, any kind of cabinet. For example, let's open the base units. You have different heights. Let's take this one, different depth. Let's choose this one. And here you have any kind of cabinet. So one doors and two doors, one doors and two doors with a glass, drawers and baskets. For example, let's start inserting drawers and baskets. Here you have all the combinations of drawers and baskets available. Just a double click to insert the element. Now let's take, I don't know, a base unit for the hob and oven, for example. You have different options available. Let's take, I don't know, this one with a double click, and then I want to insert drawers and baskets with the glass, for example, this one. I could also insert a base unit for electrical appliances, for example, for the dishwasher. I don't know, let's take this one with a double click. Let's also insert a cabinet for the sink. So I open the cabinets for the sink here. Kitchen sink base units. You have different kind of, okay, let's take, I don't know, this one, double click. Okay, let's close the base units and open the toe units. For example, you choose the height and the depth of the toe units, and you have any kind of toe units available. So let's take, for example, an open tool unit, just a double click. Consider that all the elements of ArredoCAD are parametric. It means that you can easily change the dimension and ArredoCAD reveal the objects with the new dimension. So, for example, I don't know, this should be 500. Okay, and now I can move element from here to here. Okay, let's also insert some wall unit. For example, I moved my red arrow over here and I opened the wall units. I choose the height again. Here, for example, I need a plate track double flap, for example, with the glass, double click. And now, I don't know, a double flap of 120, for example. Now, let's insert here the hood. Here you find a very wide choice of hoods from generic accessories, kitchen accessories. Sorry, I have to exit and enter again here. Okay, so let's open the hoods. You have the hoods, generic hoods, but also the hoods of Elica, Falmec, and Faber that are famous Italian brands. Let's take, I don't know, design series. Let's take one of, I don't know, for example, this one. I can also insert the elements manually in this way. Okay. Okay, now you can see the kitchen here. Let's insert just the worktop and the plinth that you can insert automatically. So I open the linear elements for kitchen tops. You have any kind of top available: granite, marble, quartz and glasses, wooden, and so on. Let's take, you have any kind of profile, straight profile, metal profile, and so on. Let's take this one, for example, double click. I choose the material, quartz and glass. I choose the color, for example, this one, and automatic insert. Okay, the thickness should be 35, for example, and press OK. ArredoCAD will insert the top all over the kitchen. The same for the plinth. Let's take the plinth, double click, aluminium is fine, automatic. Okay, and ArredoCAD insert the plinth all over the kitchen. Now let's move the red arrow under the cabinet for the hobs and the oven, and let's insert the domestic appliances, ovens. Here you find the ovens of AEG, Bosch, Foster, Rex, Siemens, Mag, Whirlpool, and so on that are our partners. Let's take this Mag, for example. I don't know, let's take this one. Just a double click and ArredoCAD automatically insert the oven in the right position. The same for the cooking hob, for example. Let's take the cooking hob from here. Let's take this one. Let's choose the size, gas, for example, Foster, and this one is fine. And I want it centered on the base. And just to finish our kitchen, we can insert the sink. So I open the sinks. I have any kind of sinks with one bowl, two bowls, with or without the drainer, over the top, under the top, flush with top, and so on. Let's take a look at this one, for example, a couple of bowls. Bowls center on the base units. Okay, yes, it's the wrong position because this is not the base for the sink, but it's no problem. Okay, let's insert also the tab. For example, we have a lot of tabs available. Let's take, for example, this one. Okay, let's see our kitchen in the 3D view. Okay, here is it. I can create a hole here for the sink. And in a few minutes, I have designed my kitchen. Okay. Okay. Now, let's try to import an element from SketchUp or 3D Studio Max. It's the same as I told you. You already have a very wide library, but you can also add new items, importing them from. Can download from the web or from the company's website. For example, let's try to import the SketchUp files. I click here. I have to select, I don't know, let's take this one, for example. And I press import, and I can import it in my project. So very easily. Now, of course, I can save this object in my user archive. In this way, the next time I don't need to import it again, but I can just choose it from my user archive. Okay, and here you find your user archive where you find the elements that you have imported. Okay, so now let's enter in, and then of course I can also move this element in another position and so on. Okay, so let's see how the rendering works. Okay, as I told you before, we have improved the rendering. You have already seen the quality of the render from these examples. You can manage the lighting, but also you can edit the materials if you like, and in this way you can get this kind of quality. But now, from today, with the new release of ArredoCAD, you have a very fast renderings, and now I want to show you in real time how it works. So first of all, we choose a 3D point of view. So for example, I want to render, let's take this space here, okay? And now I just have, it's very easy, I just have to enter, click on D-Ray, that is the rendering engine that has been developed by Dinamica software. So here you just have to select the image resolution, for example, screen resolution or HD or Ultra HD. Let's choose screen resolution. The environment light is the light that comes through the windows. So free, for example, free could be enough in this case. That's all. You just have to click on 3D viewpoint and press OK. Now ArredoCAD is loading the scene, and you can see here in this toolbar. And in a few seconds, you will have a preview of your rendering. So let's wait some second. Consider that the same render that before this release you could get with I don't know, 1 hour or 2 hours. Now you can get the same with a few minutes. So because we have improved the rendering engine with an option that is called the noiser, that now, as you will see, can reach a very good quality in a very few seconds.
That's fast.
Now, yes. So the scene is almost ready. Now we will have a preview. Consider that now I will show you that I will make some changes to the rendering without loading again the scene. Okay, so you load the scene just the first time. Okay. So now, see what happens to the scene in a few seconds, okay? Now you have a lot of white dots in the scene, but with the denoiser options, just after very few seconds, you can already see the rendering. Of course, now the quality is improving seconds by seconds, but you can see that just after, I don't know, 30 seconds, you have not the final renderings, of course, but you can already see something of interesting, okay? So now ArredoCAD D-Ray is working to improve the scene, and I can make changes in real time. For example, if I want to improve the lighting, I don't have to reload again the scene. I just have to enter in ArredoCAD again. For example, now I want to insert the sunlight, for example. Okay, I choose the direction of my sunlight and the power. For example, 7 is fine. I click on Update the Array, press OK, and without reloading the scene again, now you will see the sunlight that appears in my renderings in a few seconds. That's the time to update the scene. Just a second. And now here is the sunlight that comes through the window. Okay, so in real time you can make this kind of changes. For example, we want to change the kind of floor. For example, we want a glassy floor. Now I just have to click on, okay, here I press OK. Just a double click on the floor. I enter in the editor of the materials. Oh, sorry, not this one, but this one. Okay, edit material. Here you have very, very helpful preset settings. So for example, now if I want this kind of effect on the floor, I just have to click here, press OK, update the scene, press OK again. And now in a few seconds here, pay attention to the floor, what happens to the floor. In a few seconds, you will see the same floor that was matte, and you will see with a glossy effect. Okay, so now you see the elements that reflect on the surface of the floor. We can do the same with the cabinets, for example. Now we have a matte color on the cabinet. If I want to see a glossy effect, I just have to do the same. So I press OK. And now I enter in the editor of the material of my cabinet. So I press Alt, Control, Advanced Presets. Here you can choose glossy or matte materials, or semi-glossy or semi-matte. Let's take, I don't know, for example, this one. Just press OK. Update the scene, press OK again. And now you will see the different material of these cabinets here in a few seconds. Just a second. Okay, so you see the difference. So Barbara was right when she said that you can run the rendering in front of your clients in real time, okay? Because now, of course, the rendering starts again from zero, but after a few minutes, you can have a good quality. Now, let's wait for some minutes because I want to show you the quality of the rendering after 2 or 3 minutes. In the meanwhile, I can show you, as I told you before, all the technical printings that you can that ArredoCAD creates automatically. So I want to see the front view, the plan, the tops, and the dimensions. Press OK. So okay, I choose the direction of my printings, and automatically ArredoCAD creates the view of the plan with all the dimensions of the cabinets that you have inserted in your project, and creates a print for each elevation view, for each wall. You can also have the layout of the worktop with the holes for the cooking hob and the sink, and the layout of the planes. And also automatically you have a list of all the elements that you have. Also, I have to update. Yes, all the a list of all the elements that you have inserted in your project. So this is a good base to prepare a quotation for your client. So here you find all the I don't know, the methods of the worktop, the methods of the planes, the quantity of chairs, cabinets, lamps, and everything. So you can create a quotation and prepare a quotation for your client. Let's go back to our rendering. Okay, so after 2 or 3 minutes, it is almost ready. With a good quality. Of course, you can let it go also for, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, but it's almost ready. So now I could save this picture. So save it. Okay, save. Let's give a name. 3D array is fine. I save it. Okay. And now I could change my point of view on the scene. This is very important too. So I enter again in the 3D view. Now I want to create a render with another view, for example, of this one. And again, I just have to click on Update Point of View. Press OK. Now you will see that without reloading the scene again, ArredoCAD will change the point of view and show me the new rendering in a few seconds. That's the time to update the scene. Here is it, okay? And now you can let it go for some minutes and then save the picture. You can see here these details, okay, that are not so fine at the beginning, and second by second the quality of these details will increase. So this is the main news of the new release of ArredoCAD that we have released just yesterday. Okay, so it's very fresh. You will also find other improvements, for example, about the 2D prints quality and other options. Also, those advanced presettings are a news, an important news, because you know the editing of the material sometimes is a complicated matter. So we have created presets, advanced presets, so you just have to click on the kind of effect, on the kind of of material that you like, and that's all. So but of course, if you like, you can also customize the presets, for example, glossy preset, and so you can change the values of the KD or KS or TF parameters, diffuse light, specularity, roughness, transparency, and so on. So you can also customize your materials to get even more photorealistic renderings in the end. Okay, so let's go back to our render. Just after a few minutes, I would say that is almost ready. And so, as Barbara told, you can, of course, try ArredoCAD. You can ask to Novedge for the trial, the 30 days trial. You have the possibility to test the software in the complete full version without limitations. And so you can play with it and try it, following also the rapid guide that you find here. ArredoCAD in 5 steps. It's a rapid guide that allows you to create your first project with ArredoCAD, starting from the creation of a plan, arriving to the final rendering and technical prints and so on. So you can try it if you like. I don't know if there is some question I could answer too.
We have no questions,
Okay.
but I want to make sure. So I have a question for our listeners. So you mentioned a great deal of very popular brands in Europe in your library. Do you have a library that it's also including American brand for people that are used to work with those brands over here?
But well, let's say that with the library of ArredoCAD, you can create any kind of furniture of any kind of company, and also American brands, of course. Among the partners, now you find most of all Italian companies like Catalan and Molteni and so on. But you can, of course, import also any kind of item from any kind of company.
Great.
So
Yeah, that's
you can customize the library, yes, in
that's
this
very
way.
exciting. That's very exciting, I think, because
Yes.
there's a lot of potential to, and you know, you can go from 0 to 100 in a few minutes. So very exciting. Thank you. And
Yes.
yeah, so that was great. If you are done, I will take back the screen, Marco. I'm not sure. Are you
Okay, yes,
okay?
sure.
So because I want to show our audience again. First of all, I want to thank everybody for attending, but also want to show them where they can find ArredoCAD, Novedge.com. Then you can go, you can type in the search box. And in every product page, there's also a link for trial download. And as Marco said, it's free, it's complete, and it's yours to play around with. So don't hesitate and give it a try. So I also want to remind you that Novedge is changing the way designers purchase 3D software. We offer more choices, more freedom, best advice, faster service, and with all that, not even one little headache for you. So check us out at novedge.com. Thanks again for joining us today. I will be recording this webinar and post it on our channel on YouTube and Vimeo. Thanks again, Marco. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.